Should be a couple seconds. Live, halftime. JJ, Yanni, Bet Crushers here. What's happening? Green Bay tacking on points there at the end of the half. That was big.
Sketchy. A little sketchy.
Good for our Packers bet, though. I'll take any kind of padding.
No doubt. The first half Pack line was never really in doubt.
Never really in doubt. The Rams tacked on points. I didn't expect that to happen at the end of the half there. And then the Packers came back down. Rodgers almost threw a couple interceptions there, but tacked on 3 points. Not bad. So we're sitting there 19-10. We're talking before going live here that the over-under was 48.5 before that last drive. It's up to 51.5. Yeah, 51.5. You can probably get 50.5 some places. And second half spread are we looking at -3.5 right now for the Packers? Is that what we're
now? I see
at?
a juiced 121 at -2.5 now.
-2.5. I'm seeing the same thing. FanDuel is saying for the entire game. I don't even have it filtered on second half. -10.5. So that's -1. I don't know. Yeah. So then -1 second half. So basically saying that the Rams are going to stay in this game, keep it within 10 or less.
Oh,
interesting.
Yanni, what do you see on Bovada? That's 1.5 -120 now for the second half.
Is it
-1.5 -120, and then over under 23.
Okay. I like where we're at with the Pack right now. Pack that's first half hit, Pack on the tees hit. That's interesting for the second half. The Rams are averaging. Is it time to get greedy? Rams are averaging 6.6.
We'll figure it out.
6.6 yards per play so far for the Rams. That's not bad. Packers at 6.4. The Rams are moving the ball. No turnovers in this game so far. That's not necessarily what I expected. Goff is good for a turnover at some point, right? Should be in this weather.
I would have thought we would have seen one already, but he's actually played fairly well.
Yep.
And we've got comments already. Some advice, please. Got a tip from a sharp to take. AR Rodgers over 10.5 rushing. Is that for the game? Second half?
Got to be for the game.
Yeah, for the game. Well, he already had that rushing touchdown, which was 3-4 yards. I mean, it's so hard with those quarterback rush props if they're not a rushing quarterback, as it's a coin flip. Like, I mean, the Rams are in this game and the pass rush is going to be on, so I do like your chances. The second half, though, here. The second half is extremely interesting.
Yeah, I would say, first of all, I like that Aaron Rodgers bet. If you can get that out there, I think there's a very good chance he'll tuck and run on a play or two here in the second half. So I do like that. As far as this, I mean, I know we talked and we stayed away from the actual total over, but 23 in the second half, that's not a huge number.
It's not. It's really not. Yeah, especially with how this is going right now. Like, both offenses are moving the ball. Call it 6.5 yards per play for both offenses. Maybe we get a turnover, but that's not to say that there's not going to be points off the turnover. I kind of lean over here. I
would too. I would too.
I think that might be the play. Just dumb it down.
In the preview. I thought that was, I leaned to the over in this one, but my only concern was the Rams not picking up their end of the deal. And actually they're not doing too bad. They're on pace for, getting more than I would have honestly expected, like 17 points. So I think that's game on right there.
I think that's it. Bookmakers hanging at 23. It just ticked up to 23.5. If you can find
22.5.
22. Okay. 22.5 is going to be the best place. Yeah. DraftKings. So second half over 22.5. I don't know what kind of a game script that we'd see here. I mean, I knew that the Packers game script would be good, but I don't know if we'd have, high scoring, relatively low scoring. Hand it to the Rams. Goff doesn't look that bad. I mean, Goff looks relatively sharp for being injured in the cold, and Rodgers is Rodgers, obviously. And that's why I like that over 22.5 even more. Over 22.5 DraftKings, you said, right, JJ? I'm going to post this right here. DraftKings.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, D.
Yeah. No, just posted there. Second half over 22.5. Shop it around. If you can't get DraftKings, find something. 23 is not bad either. 23.5 pushing it, but
I think, the other thing that you got to be happy about if you do want to play that over is the fact that Green Bay's running the ball well. Wasn't real sure how they do on the ground game. I mean, obviously they're a pretty good running team, but they're rotating those backs in and they're having a lot of success. So It's not just going to be on Rodgers to light it up here. I mean, they're moving the ball pretty consistently on the ground too. So again, assuming the Rams can do a little bit in the second half, I think it's good.
Yeah.
We're getting some good comments.
Oh yeah. So I saw you laughing about something there, JJ. Oh, so let's see. Jared Goff loves. Oh, nice. Yeah. So that could 100% be true. Carson Wentz could be back in Philly. So be careful what you wish for there. You just never know. Doug Peterson out, but we're not talking about them now because they're not in the playoffs. I like where we're at there. I think that Goff might be good for a turnover second half, though. And the Packers will clean up our T's, clean up any -6.5s that you have. It ticked up to 7. Everywhere ticked up to 7 before kick because of Cooper Kupp being out, which I guess was kind of a shocker. I thought that he'd give it a go, but I guess it just wasn't happening. All right. Second half, over 22.5. Let's should we move on? Talk a little Baltimore Buffalo tonight. Yanni, I know, is a little nervous here. Bills Mafia, repping Bills Mafia here. Has this line moved at all? I'm looking at it. No, it's still Buffalo -2.5. A lot of people on Ravens money line, but that line's not really budging right now. Not budging.
Well, none of these lines have really moved. I mean, within a half point, I mean, these lines for all 4 games have stayed pretty true. So I think what you're going to get with these teams. I know we talked about it on your podcast, Steve, that this is probably the trickiest game to evaluate here because you could literally make a case both directions. And honestly, if someone made a case either direction, I wouldn't question it. I wouldn't, I see it. So I think when you look at this game, I mean, obviously for me, it's a pass. I've got emotional interest in it. I'm good with that. I'll wait and hopefully keep making some money on this Green Bay game and tomorrow. But I think when you look at this game, I think what you got to do is if you're a live bettor, you want to see how this one starts out. You kind of want to get a feel for, is one team looking like they're having success or getting hot? And obviously we know when the Ravens start out strong, they're usually pretty good. When they fall behind, not so much. I mean, I think the stat was, Lamar Jackson in games that he's trailing at the half is 1-8, I believe, or 1-7, something like that. Where he's winning, it's whatever, 20-something and 1. So, I mean, if the Ravens get up, they're probably going to be okay. If they can't get an early start, then it could be a different story. So may want to check it out and wait on the live bet. That's at least kind of where I'm going with it. And it could be because I'm a little bit of a pussy and I just want to enjoy the game and hope that my team wins. But
sometimes that's just what you got to do. Like, I know if the Eagles are in the playoffs, which they're not this year, Carson Wentz not there, like it's just a stressful day. Like you're just trying to kill time. Like you're having a couple drinks, you're just trying to kill time. And just, especially like before the major games, like before conference championship games, like kill time to like 6 o'clock or like Super Bowl 6:30. Yeah. It's like, dude, this is a lot. So forecast for the game tonight, there's no snow in the forecast anymore. So we thought that we might see snow. It's looking a little windy, 16-mile-an-hour winds. I mean, the gusts might get a little gusty there, which I guess will favor Lamar Jackson and the rush prop, which I know that we all have at like 76.5, 77.5. I think that's good up to like 85, 88. I mean, he's probably going to end up rushing for close to triple digits. I mean, you can't rely on him throwing. Are there more funny comments there, JJ, that you're laughing at?
No, I was just thinking about on The Price is Right. Remember with the Bob Barker and the guy who was doing the yodeling as he went up the. We need some sort of tracker to get the yards for Lamar on the ground. But yeah, I agree. I think he'll get there too. I
think he'll get there. Hopefully the yodeler doesn't fall down the cliff and he like gets stuck at like 73. I'm like, God damn it.
I don't have anything against the spread, obviously, in that game, as I said, but I really love the Cole Beasley over prop as well. Yardage or receptions. You can get receptions at 4.5. You can get yardage around 49.5, depending on what site you're on there. I think that in this game, there's going to be a lot of quick, short passes. And Allen relies on Beasley when he's under pressure, when he's got to have a short 4-yard gain, that kind of a thing. So I like that Beasley prop. If I know he was banged up, he was kind of in and out last week, but yeah, I think he's good. He's not on the injury report. I think he's good to go. I think he catches at least 5 balls. I think he probably ends up catching 6 or 7. So for whatever that's worth, if you like playing player props, I really like Beasley this week.
Cole Beasley's a gamer, man. Like, I feel like he's still heavily underrated. Like, he's definitely going to go for like 6-7 catches, 70 some yards. I feel like in this game, especially if like the wind is blowing, just do those like short routes. I could definitely see that hitting 100%.
Well, and the Ravens at least have said that they're going to try to match Marlon Humphrey on Stephon Diggs. So, but one of the best cover corners in the game. If he's locking Diggs down, Beasley's going to be the second option that he's looking for. So I think there you go, Beasley. 45.5 at FanDuel. I mean, that to me, that's a steal. I just don't see how he doesn't get to 50 yards tonight.
I love that one. I love that a lot. I'm going to lay off the spread.
What's up, Paul?
Paul, what's going on? Paul, NASCAR style odds. Yep. You got it, Paul. Appreciate everybody chiming in here. If you have any lines that you like or any prop bets for the rest of the weekend. Packers fans, yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, Packers fan. Spent some time up in Green Bay. I actually had tickets to Packers Giants game, first round. This is back like 4 years ago, but it was -4 degrees. And my wife was just like, hard pass. I'm not doing this. So we sold the tickets for like 30 cents on the dollar. And it was a Packers blowout. Would have been a great environment, but you freeze your ass off. Like, I mean, -4 is no joke. You need to drink a lot and you're just standing there watching a team that I care about at the time because I lived up there, but I'm an Eagles fan. So we sold those and lost money on the deal.
Brutal. Mother Nature wins again.
Yeah, right. That's what happens up there. So 35-33 in flurries today is not too bad. So forecast aside, I like all those props. I haven't taken a side on that game tonight. I noticed that the over-under was dropping a little bit. It's at 49.5. I'm not going to get on board with anything there. If I had to do any team total over, I might actually just lean towards the Ravens. And maybe that's an emotional hedge for me too, because I want the Bills to win this game. So beers have frozen in my hands at Lambeau. There you go. I definitely believe it. Definitely believe it. Still got a few more minutes here. Should we touch on tomorrow? Are we having any, not buyer's remorse, but any second thoughts on the Browns being able to keep it close? Like I've heard more and more.
Oh, no. A little bit.
All right. So talk me off the ledge here. Like I know that Mahomes has thrown some interceptions. He's had some turnovers recently, and just what defenses are doing is saying, you're not going to beat me deep. And they're just dropping guys in coverage and they're just saying, you're not going to beat me deep. It's home run or strikeout. And sometimes they'll strike out and throw that pick. I don't think that the Browns, have much of a shot to win this game, but anybody that has KC -10, that's a big number to cover. So to rehash, like any second thoughts, or we still hard on Chiefs tomorrow?
Well, -10 in an NFL playoff game is an enormous number, to be laying. I put it up right away when this line came out that if I'm laying 10, I feel good about this one. And when you listen to all of the experts and all of the people talking, and when I say experts, I'm talking about handicappers, not ESPN and NFL Network. There's a lot of interest in the Browns, and I get it because of that +10. I mean, there's a lot of hype around the Browns. I'm shocked at the number of people that think the Browns are going to win this game outright. I mean, that to me, like there are a lot of people I've seen that are like Browns are winning this game.
A lot, and maybe I just needed to stop listening to that. But there's some people and a lot of people like sharp minds that I'd say like think that the Browns are alive in this game, and that would be something. That would be something.
I'm still and look, this is definitely one I could be wrong on. There's no doubt about it. And I hope I'm not, because I've got different various bets on the Chiefs here. I
got team total, you got some teases, and I'm in the same boat too.
I'm loaded up on it, but I gotta say, the Browns offense should have some success in this game. They should. I mean, there's no reason the way that offense has been clicking that they won't have some success against that Chiefs defense. I think that I guess what it really comes down to is, are the Browns going to ever be able to stop the Chiefs? And I think the people that are on the Browns are saying, well, hey, the last 8 weeks of the season, the Chiefs are letting teams like the Falcons hang around and teams like that.
Over. Sure. Yep.
Yeah. And I think there's something to be said for that. But again, coming off a bye, I believe they're an elite level team, despite the fact that they're, not necessarily blowing teams out. And when you look at that Browns and Steelers game, it just got out of hand from the first snap of the game. And I just don't see that happening. I don't see a repeat of that. I think it's going to be more of a, regular game, even game. And with that being said, I think that the Chiefs are going to be able to get this thing done. I think they're going to win by double digits. And, again, could be wrong. A lot of people love the Browns here. I get it, but I'm on the other side.
Call it 35-24. I'll take that. I've got the Chiefs teased down. That would hit your team total over. Team total overs right now are probably still in that 33.5 range. We'll see. I mean, if you think
about my under, be nice. Thanks.
The under? Oh yeah, you do have the under. You do have the under.
That guy. With the under in the Cleveland.
You need something like a 31-24, 31-20. I mean, that's in play.
Yeah, I could get lucky. You're
totally in play. 57's a lot of points, man. 57's a lot of points.
We've seen in the playoffs they're trending under more than not, right? So
exactly, grind it out, a little bit of nerves.
As we're looking at a second half over total, we're saying, hey, they're grinding out these unders.
Yeah, but go out there and bet second half over at DraftKings.
Yeah. Trying to make me feel better about my under. He doesn't mean it. I don't believe you anyways.
Today is the day for overs.
Over in the second half.
Today is the day for overs. But if you're looking at Cleveland, like if you really think that Cleveland can hang around in that game or score points, 23.5 at FanDuel right now is their over or team total over under 23.5. I think it's very doable. And it's actually down to 9.5 the spread.
Very doable. And I don't know if your guys' streams are live here, but the Packers just broke off a huge one to start the half. So
there we go. Good for Packers. Good for the over.
So far behind,
to keep pace.
I'll take good news anytime.
Seems like JJ is still like kind of watching first quarter.
How about that Aaron Rodgers rushing touchdown, JJ? You got that
band on the field.
That happened 34 minutes ago, 34 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Second half. Guys. Let's get this one. JJ, I'll see you back at halftime for Bills Ravens. Yanni, good luck.
How Yanni's doing.
Yanni, if you jump through a table or jump through anything in your house, make sure that you press record before you do it.
Got it, man. Every time. Thanks, guys.
Yanni, we'll talk to you tomorrow. JJ, talk to you soon.
All right. See you guys.
All right.
Later.